So today we're here with the Honda E, and it's probably one of the most exciting cars in the electric hatchback category. By no means the cheapest, and definitely probably amongst the worst in range, but my God, is it pretty.
This Honda E Advance has a 113 kilowatt battery. That gives it the equivalent of around 152 horsepower and 315 newton meters of torque. It also weighs just shy of 1600 kilograms. So despite its electric motor, the Honda E isn't particularly fast or light on its feet. So you might think that it'd make up for it with its range. Well, you'd be wrong. Both models only have around 100 miles. Honda have clearly aimed this car at a certain market, the future-conscious, green-living city cruiser.
You alright?
Yeah, this is weird, isn't it?
Do you like it?
I feel like I'm in my grandma's living room, but she's been down to Curry's and bought a few screens.
Yeah, that one. Did you write that one as you got in the car?
Yeah, I thought about that. I was thinking about it.
That was good. We're gonna have to need a bit more aircon than that, mate. It's like 25 degrees outside.
It's hot, isn't it? Wham.
Proper wham. We're in central Leeds.
Yeah, a bit of a change today.
You won't have any engine noise because we're in the Honda E.
Another electric car. Don't unsubscribe just yet because we've got a Porsche 911 coming up and a Honda NSX. So
yeah,
we're back to combustion engines.
And the Focus RS.
Yeah, but that'll have gone out already.
Oh, sorry. I think we need to start off by saying, basically, how freaking cool does it look?
Yeah, there's a bit of E30 going on at front, isn't there, with that grille?
With that big black, well, it's not a grille, but I know what you mean.
Oh, yeah. I pressed it, actually, and I nearly put my finger through it.
Yeah, so it's paper mache, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, I think what I was thinking is Honda are like the innovators, aren't they? They're always innovating stuff, and I mean, there's nothing particularly new on this car, is there? Like,
no,
mechanically wise or engineering wise, but the innovation is with how it looks, I think.
The design.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. So if we just start on how beautiful it is, I mean, just 1 minute, viewers, because we've got an absolute schmuck. Anyway, so yeah, if we just start on its design, I mean, I think Honda, I mean, this is not like any Honda I've seen. For me, there isn't a Honda out there that I would go and buy. No. I wouldn't buy the Civic, I think it's ugly as chuff. I wouldn't buy the NSX, and that's probably the prettiest car they do. This is by far the coolest and prettiest car they do. Can I go left here?
Yeah.
We've got fully independent suspension front and rear.
Yeah.
We've got a perfect 50-50 weight distribution.
Right.
We've got about 150 horsepower in the Sport Advanced, whatever version this is, where you pay another 3 or 4 grand and you get a few more horsepower equivalent.
Yeah. Right.
And that means later on when we get it on the twisties,
yeah,
I'm expecting a pretty engaging car to drive. Yeah. Electric vehicles are under this immense pressure to be futuristic and to be cool. You can't just put 3 dials in it, or you have to have a massive screen. You have to have rear view mirrors that are cameras. You have to have a rear view camera rather than a mirror.
What is that about, by the way, right? So we've got a mirror, but then if you don't want a mirror, you can have a screen.
Yeah,
a screen for the sake of a screen.
But I like it.
It's quirky.
I like all those little nuances. I like all those things that make it unique. I mean, it's getting a lot of looks today.
It is. It's getting so many looks. More looks than that Tesla.
Definitely, because that Tesla's the ugly.
Yeah, it looked like a pig, didn't it?
It looked like a pig. This it's sleek, it's got great, I think it could be one of the best looking cars on the road.
Yeah.
And everyone on Instagram, when we've posted that we've got it for the weekend, people are like, it's a great looking car.
I wouldn't say it's the best looking car on the road, but it's intriguing, isn't it? People look at it and they're like, ooh, that's a bit
different, yeah. It doesn't look like anything I'm used to driving or anything I'm used to seeing on a road.
Yeah, go right here.
Yeah, I mean, interior-wise, I love the sort of 2-pronged steering wheel. It feels deceivingly spacious in here, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then you look behind there and you're like, oh.
I wouldn't want to sit back there unless I'm an amputee. Yeah. Like, you wouldn't want to sit in the back. It's tiny, and the boot is only big enough, as we've established, for 2 bag for life full of, expensive Co-op irresistible range goods and bottles of champagne, which is kind of cock on for the kind of people that are going to buy this car.
Well, let's say you people that are looking at this video that are thinking about buying one of these, That's your shop, isn't it?
It is. That's for the shopping at booths, at Waitrose. They're not shopping at Lidl. It's not an Aldi. You're not going to see this in Aldi car park.
No, definitely see it in booths.
There's an elitism to it that I'm not sure I'm fond of.
Yeah.
And that brings us nicely onto the price.
Yeah, how much is it?
So this model, the advanced model, with government grants, is still over £29,000. The basic model, they only do 2 models, starts at just over £27,000. So it's not cheap in any. So it actually puts it at one of the most expensive electric hatchbacks on the market.
Yeah.
It's more expensive than the Peugeot E208. It's more expensive than obviously more expensive than the Volkswagen E-Up. It's more expensive than that disgusting Renault Zoe. Have you seen it? Gosh, it looks.
I'm just not interested, so no.
It's tragic.
Right.
Yeah, it's tragic. It's pretty darn expensive, but
that's
again,
really expensive.
It comes back to that.
I'm shocked it's so expensive, like with the
finish. It doesn't quite match the price point, does it? No. It's not as nice as a Mini E, for example, inside. No. You're gonna get a better build quality from a German manufacturer like Mini.
Yeah.
Than you are. Unfortunately, Honda. I mean, it'll probably do. I mean, who knows? I mean, how long these cars? I think I was reading the other day they do about 200,000 miles. These batteries.
Is that all?
They can do about 200,000 miles. Yeah.
And then what? You got to get them all replaced.
Well, either that or you get a new car. I mean, who drives a car for 200,000 miles? Really?
I once had a car that had 270,000 miles on it before I sold it.
Oh yeah, but you're not the average. You're not the average motorist, are you? The average motorist probably gets rid of the car after it's done 90,000 miles.
Yeah, but the thing is, right? If you get to 150,000 miles, right, or let's say 120,000 miles.
Yeah.
You're looking at buying one of these. You're like, actually, it's only got about 70,000 miles left on it.
Yeah, so
before it's literally worthless.
So I wonder what's going to happen to the residuals at that point.
Yeah,
they're going to drop through, or will Honda or people like that come out and go, well, you can have a new battery for a couple of grand.
Yeah.
So we don't know yet because we're early days. It's 2021, and
it might be that when it gets to that point, battery technology is so good that you do want to swap it out and you can charge it in 30 seconds and it does 200 miles. That's when I think we're going to buy electric cars. That's when the proper shift will happen, is when you can do that.
Well, I agree, but I think the proper shift can't happen until these cars come down in price.
Oh yeah.
Like I've just said, this is very much a Guardian reader, champagne socialist. You know, I'm an architect and I help out for UNICEF on the weekends. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging people in any way that decide they want to help people, because that's, hats off to them. But what I'm saying is, that's the kind of person that's going to buy this car.
Looks good when you rock up to a trendy party in London, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Right, so we're just here outside Working Men's at one of these NG charging points. See if we can figure out how to do it. Never done this before. Don't even know how you get into there. Yeah, press that, right. So that looks like a Tesla thingy to me, but we went into Tesla before to see if we could charge it, and the guy said, no, it won't work here, and even if it did, it'd melt your battery. So we've had to come to Working Men's. What do we do then? Because Tesla, you just grab it and you just shove it in, don't you? Start, stop. Select, type. So it's a combo. Swipe your access card against the screen. Authentication in progress. This may take a few seconds, please wait. Should I have plugged it in first? Is it going to give me a zap when I plug it in?
I think you'll be alright.
Access card accepted. Just doing something. Right, well, let's just see if we can plug it in.
Yeah. It's just said to connect.
All right. Bang! Oh, is that it? Charge session initiated. It's making a noise. So maybe we're just massive idiots, but we've tried this 3 times now. And like I keep saying about Tesla and how easy it is, but you go to Tesla, you plug it in, and it works. But we've come here and it's knocked itself off about 3 times, and we've been sat in there. I thought it was because we'd turned the car on and you can't charge and discharge at the same time, but you said that you can sit in there and play your Xbox and stuff. So
God knows what that is about. So it's actually doing it now, but like I say, we've done it 3 times. So we're going to sack this off as a bad job and go and have a pint. So we'll join you back when we get it back in on moors and we're driving it on some twisty roads, and we'll tell you what we think of it there.
So we're here, back on twisties. So you've got it in sport.
Got it in. Have I?
Yeah, it is. I've put it in sport for you.
Alright. Yep. So it should be. I'm expecting it to be alright actually, because, you know, 1500 kilograms, 50-50 weight distribution, loads of torque.
Rear wheel drive.
Is it rear wheel drive?
Yeah, it's all one motor at the back. Yeah. So it should shoot you out corners.
Has it got fancy suspension as well?
Full, yeah, independent suspension all round.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's better than that Tesla straight away.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. I just don't think I like electric cars though.
I don't like the fact that you can't change down before you go into a corner.
No. I don't feel that confident in it either for some reason. I don't know what it is. But the brakes are better than that Tesla.
Yeah, they are.
It drives better than that Tesla when you get it, when you're driving it spiritedly like this. It's just not got that acceleration. I mean, it's weird though, because like you say, you can't comprehend it to anything else. It's like, it's different, it's in a different...
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think in my head, how fast is it off the line? Like, just then when you set off from that junction and came up here, in my head I'm thinking, well, I mean, it's as fast as it's faster than a Golf GTI.
Yeah.
This is not 16.8 seconds, but there's no gear changes, so it feels faster.
Yeah, this will be a good test here, right? On the brakes. Let off a bit. Quite a lot of understeer.
Was there?
Yeah.
I heard it actually. Very rarely you hear understeer.
Yeah, but there's no engine noise to mask it.
Just heard the tyres scraping on the floor there.
Lots of understeer.
So, what are your thoughts?
I just don't like electric cars. I've realised now that I'm not a fan of electric cars. I think I don't know, they're missing, like we said in that Tesla video, they're missing an engine and they're missing noise and they're missing the engagement of driving it and everything else. I'm just not a fan.
Yeah. Well, I think that I love it for what it's built for, which is an urban rider.
Yeah.
And I think it's brilliant at that. And it's kind of a bit of a Miele washing machine car equivalent. You know, it's like, it's a bit cool, it's a bit, you know, it's kind of like, it's got a great, I mean, the design is like the biggest selling point of this car, is the way it looks. It drives pretty well. You know, we've had it today on these twisties. It drives pretty well. It handles great in a city. The downside is the range, and obviously with it not being on that Tesla infrastructure, it is a bit more challenging to charge it.
Like you say, for what it is, around the city, you know, you've got, like, you charge it at home or whatever. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. And if you want to come up here and have a bit of a fun with it, you know, it's all right. Yeah. Just, it needs these good tyres on it though. Then it is a bit understeer in it, but it's not designed for that.
No,
it's all right.
But if you want a really, really beautiful looking original hatchback that's electric, yeah, it's more expensive, and yeah, the range isn't as good, but you know what, if you want one that looks mint and original, I mean, the looks we've had in this today, we've had the same looks in this as we did in that AMG GTR.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's saying something, innit? Yeah. So, you know, if you want a cool looking hatchback that's electric, buy one.
Yeah.
Would you buy one?
No.
I would. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks a bunch. See you next week. If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. God bless. All right. See you later, love. Thanks ever so much. God bless now. Bye-bye. Yeah, nice and tidy.
Yeah.
Don't need to blab on, do we?